Hello and welcome to Learn with Hema's class. My dear students, a very much awaited video, a doctor's journal entry for August 6, 1945, class 9 ICSE board, Evergreen Workbook, question and answers and MCQs from Treasure Chest. So this poem, I'll be giving you MCQs like in other poems which I have given you, and the question and answers from Evergreen Workbook. There are a total of 6 passages and 5 questions from each. So let's start with the MCQ from the workbook, which is page number 47, Evergreen Workbook. The first question is, who is the speaker in the poem? Answers, options are the poet, a wounded person, a doctor, none of the above. So the correct option over here is C, a doctor. Second question, what kind of mourning was referred to by the doctor? Options are A, saltish, B, rainy, C, calm and warm, and D, chilly. So the correct option is C, calm and warm. Third question, which of these statements is not true? Options are A, the doctor lit up his stone lantern, B, the doctor's clothes were inexplicably gone, C, the doctor's wife came out numb and scared, D, one of the doctor's cheeks was torn by a piece of glass. So here the correct option is A, the doctor lit up his stone lantern, because this sentence is not true. Apart from this, all other are true. The fourth sentence, what was it that made the couple tripped? Options are a stone, B, a dead body, C, a piece of wood, and D, the head of a dead man. So the correct option is D, the head of a dead man. Fifth question, the idea of helping his staff reveals that the doctor was dashed by nature. Options are A, generous, B, duty conscious and selfless, C, silly, and D, weird. The correct answer is option B, duty conscious and selfless. Sixth question, the doctor's wife let him quite dash. The options are A, reluctantly, B, indifferently, C, ruthlessly, and D, willingly. The correct option is A, reluctantly. Seventh question, who provided the towel to the doctor? Options are A, a soldier, B, an injured man, C, a woman, and D, his wife. So the correct option is A, a soldier. Eighth question, I was still naked, but I felt no shame. The line shows that the doctor was dash. The options are A, shameless, B, numb and dazed, C, indifferent, D, strong-willed. So the correct option is B, numb and dazed. Ninth question, how did the doctor feel when his wife had gone? Options are A, sad, B, sorrowful, C, terribly lonely, and D, cheerful. The correct option is C, terribly lonely. 10th question, 10th and last question for this MCQ. What kind of tone is adopted by the speaker? A, sentimental, B, detached, C, ironic, and D, sarcastic. So the correct option is B, detached. So here I have completed 10 MCQs from the Evergreen Workbook. Before going ahead for the passages, question and answers, just a small request, my dear children, that if you are not a subscriber to my channel, please do subscribe my channel Learn with Hema, and also do share it with your friends. So quickly we'll move ahead with the question and answer section. This is passage 1. The morning stretched calm, beautiful and warm up to my drawers and undershirt disappeared. So this is the passage you can see from the textbook. The first question from it is, who is the speaker? Where was he at the moment? What pleased him? Now my dear students, one thing I would like to tell you, that the answers which I have given you, they are the exact answers for the questions which are there. Okay. But what I would like to say you, that if these questions come for 3 marks, only this much if you write, you might not get full 3 marks. So you will have to add up for that. So for adding up, either you can use the introduction or a very brief idea about the chapter. So that would help you to increase the length of your answer and thereby getting full 3 marks for each answer. So here to answer to the first question is, here to all 3 questions are answered, so you can get full 3 marks in this. The speaker is a doctor. He was in the garden of his house. The pleasant morning, calm, beautiful and warm, pleased him. So all the 3 questions are answered over here. Second question, what happened suddenly? What thought came across the speaker's mind? So the answer is, suddenly strong flashes, one after the other, appeared. The thought of magnesium flares came across the speaker's mind. He could not think that they were flashes before the nuclear explosion. What happened to the house and the speaker's clothes? The walls and the roof collapsed into timber and debris. The speaker's clothes just disappeared. Yes, for this answer you will have to add if it is for 3 marks question. Whom did he call later in the panic? What were his fears? The speaker called his wife aloud in panic. He feared she was no more. In what physical condition were the doctor and his wife? The doctor was badly injured. His right side was bleeding. His cheek was torn. The artery in his neck seemed to have punctured. His wife was frightened and blood stained. Her elbow seemed to have been dislocated. This is passage 2. A splinter jutted from my mangled thigh up to, I called out panic-stricken to my wife. So this is your passage 2. Question 1. What had happened on that calm morning? The options are, a nuclear bomb had exploded that calm morning, causing all-round destruction, killing and injuring a large number of people. Second question. What did the doctor notice about his injuries? Answer. The doctor noticed that the right side of his body was bleeding, his cheek was torn, a sharp piece of glass had pierced his body, he feared the artery in his neck had been punctured. Third question. Why did the doctor think he would die? The doctor thought he would die as a result of excessive blood loss due to injury of his artery in the neck. Next question. What did the doctor decide? What happened as he and his wife came out of their house? Answer. The doctor decided to come out of their house. As he and his wife came out of their house, they felt tripled by the head of a dead person. What should have been the cause of shame to the speaker? Why did he not feel any shame? Answer. The speaker's nakedness should have been a cause of shame to himself. However, he felt no shame as he was totally dazed and numbed. Now, my dear children, in this question might come for 4 marks. Okay, but if you write only this much, you will not get 4 marks. You will get 2 marks. At the most extent, if any teacher is very lenient, you will get 3 marks. But you will get only 2 marks. So, in the beginning, you will have to add about the flashes, the lightning which happened and what happened to the writer. And then afterwards, you can mention these 2 lines. Now, this is the third passage. Pale, blood-stained, frightened, Yako-san emerged. Get to the hospital. We needed aid. So, this is the passage which we are going to do the question answers now. First question. Where was the speaker? Why was he afraid of his life? The speaker was in the garden of his house. He was afraid for his life because blood was gushing out of his artery in the neck. Second question. Why did the speaker have to assure his wife that they would be fine? Answer. As his wife was in a very bad condition, the speaker had to assure her that they would be fine. Third question. What startled them on the way? Answer. On the way, they saw horrible scenes. A house collapsed before their eyes. There was a dead man crushed by a gate. A fire rose from their debris and was soon spread by the wind. Fourth question. Why did the doctor feel no shame on his nakedness? Answer. The doctor was so dazed and numbed that he was unable to sense anything in the surrounding and thus felt no shame at his nakedness. What did the doctor notice about the wounded people heading towards the hospital? Answer. The doctor noticed that the wounded people were heading towards the hospital with outstretched arms to avoid touching the painful wounds causing more pain. Now, my dear students, even in this answer, you will have to add before about what had happened with the doctor, and then while going to the hospital, what did he notice. So this part you will have to add before the answer which I have given over here to get full 4 marks for this answer. Now this is passage 4 and I should help my staff too. This passage is up to Yako-sen, she must go on ahead. Yako-sen is his wife, doctor's wife. So the first question, who was the speaker by profession? Who was with him? Where were they going and why? The answer is, the speaker was a doctor by profession. His wife was with him. They were going to the hospital to seek some medical aid as they were badly wounded. Second one, how did he feel about his physical condition at the time? Answer, he was in a naked condition. He felt no shame as he was hardly conscious of his nakedness. He was quite dazed and benumbed. I was still naked, but I felt no shame. Comment on this line. This statement reveals that the speaker was dazed and benumbed by the shock of the event. He was not in a normal state of mind, so he felt no shame. Next question. Why did he ask his wife to leave him and go ahead? He wanted his wife to leave him and go ahead as he was unable to keep pace with her due to his injuries and weakness. Perhaps he wanted to be alone for some time. What did he observe about a woman with a child later in the context? He observed that the woman and her child were both naked as they had come straight from the bath. Now in this answer also again, suppose this answer comes for 4 marks, even if it comes for 3 marks, this question, you will have to add on to this answer what I have given over here. So in the beginning, what did he observe about a woman? So you will have to mention while he was going towards the hospital along with his wife, that time when he observed this thing. So you have to mention that previous part of this answer. This is next passage, passage number 5. She did not wish to, but in our distress, up to the friction on their burns caused so much pain. So this is the passage. Let's go to the question answers. Why was the doctor's wife reluctant to leave him? The doctor's wife did not want to leave him alone, so she was reluctant to go ahead. Now here also you will have to add for a 3-mark question. Okay, you will have to add answer like the doctor and his wife were heading towards the hospital. The doctor was finding it difficult to move ahead, so he asked his wife to go ahead. Then you can say the doctor's wife did not want to leave him alone, so he was reluctant to go ahead. So this part you can add further. Next, second question. My mind ran at high speed. My body crept behind. Explain this line. Very important one. This can definitely come for the exam. The statement reveals that though his mind was quite alert and agile, his body was quite weak and tired. Though his mind wanted him to run to the hospital for aid, his body failed him. How did people look like? What had happened to them? The people looked like ghosts and scarecrows. They had injured and distorted bodies as a result of the nuclear explosion. Why were some people moving with stretched hands? Some people were moving with outstretched arms. They wanted to avoid touching their painful wounds with their arms as the pain increased with any touch. Next question. What common thing among the victims of the Holocaust was noticed by the doctor on his way to the hospital? All the victims of the Holocaust were in deep shock and silence. They were all in naked condition. This is the last passage. They feared to chafe flesh against flesh again. No cries of anguish or a single word. First question. What had happened on that fateful day? What happened to the speaker? Answer. On that fateful day, a nuclear bomb had exploded. The speaker was badly injured and shocked. He found himself naked as all clothes on his body were gone. Why did the speaker ask his wife to come out of the house immediately? Answer. The speaker asked his wife to come out of the house immediately as the house could collapse anytime. Third one. What did he observe on the way to the hospital? Answer. He observed that people who were badly injured were silently going towards the hospital for medical treatment. They were all shocked and naked. They looked like ghosts and scarecrows. What kind of reaction was given by the doctor on seeing a woman with a child both naked? Was it appropriate in the context? The doctor's reaction was that the woman and her child seemed to have come from the bath. This was not appropriate reaction as both were naked like others. Their clothes had disappeared. Explain the last two lines of the extract. Answer. The shock of incident was so intense that all the people had gone into deep silence. It was the silence of shock. It was a mystery that even those who had painful injuries uttered no word or gave any cry of anguish. So thank you for now. @Learn with Hema 07. I have given all the poems 1 to 5 of 9th grade. This was the last one. I hope you all really find my videos useful, and it's just a kind request once again that please do share my videos with your friends. Thank you once again. Bye-bye. Till then.